Hello to humanity and the conscious community. It's Sunny Sharma back with another video. Today I wanted to talk about the Poor People's Campaign. On June 18th, 2022, Reverend William Barber, who's really the moral leader, along with his co-founder, Pastor Liz, who's also a moral leader of the Poor People's Campaign, really led the march on Washington, which really was kind of a declaration to really discuss the issue of poverty in the country of America. And I have a poster. They handed out thousands of these posters there during the event. It's kind of backwards. Lift from the bottom, everybody rises. And on the back it says 250,000 people die every year from inequality in the U.S. and we can't be silent about it anymore. And so basically, I want to give my thoughts about the Poor People's Campaign and how I believe this movement can work together with other movements in this country going on, especially movements which are extensions of the Bernie Sanders campaign, particularly the movement which I'm a part of, or which I tout and advocate for, which is the movement for a People's Party, which is also a movement to help build the working class in this country. And I feel like I want to convey that the Poor People's Campaign, the Moral March on Washington that occurred 2 days ago on June 18th, 2022, I believe this is a big threat to the establishment. The establishment, and you know it's a threat to the establishment because virtually no independent TV stations had covered this event or even talked about it, except a few such as Democracy Now!, which is an independent news channel, and a few others. But virtually no other news stations talked about the Poor People's Campaign, and it's because a couple reasons. I mean, for one thing, they don't want to address the issue of poverty. They know that if poor people get more rights in this country, it will overturn the class. It won't overturn the class system, but it will lead to a change in dialogue. As Reverend William Barber says, it will shift the moral narrative. And also, William Barber is also he has his finger on the pulse. It's not good to compare leaders such as him with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. They're both remarkable leaders, and they're both from different times. But our times require a leader like William Barber, Reverend William Barber II. And he understands the issue of poverty very well. He has a very nuanced and eloquent way of discussing the issues of poverty, of discussing the issues of violence. He understands that violence is a multifaceted thing. Violence is silence. It's not just physical discomfort. Violence is lack of health care. Violence is lack of housing. Violence is mass incarceration, is poverty, is inequality. Violence is multifaceted in nature. So he understands that we have to start looking at these things with a new mindset, with a new, as other people have said, global or planetary mindset in how we view these issues. And so I believe this Poor People's Campaign is going to be very successful in the future. There will be challenges because the establishment does not want it to succeed. And ultimately what is going to happen is that there's going to have to be a paradigm shift in how people look at the issue of poverty and basically all the evils that Martin Luther King addressed, but especially the issue of poverty, which is interlaced with all these other issues. And it will be difficult at times, but I think with enough people who understand that this issue needs to be addressed, we can do it. And unfortunately, I think there will be some setbacks because I do think Americans are not the most enlightened of the industrialized nations. So there will have to be a lot of education happening to educate people about the need to propel a movement to end poverty in this country, because we have the resources, but as William Barber says, we lack the will. We lack the political will to do so. So that was just a short video to say. So I wanted to discuss a little bit. Actually, no, that's all I got. There are some other things I wanted to talk about, but I feel like they can be talked about at another time. So I thank you for listening, and I hope you support the Poor People's Campaign in the future with its movement that William Barber and Pastor Liz are perpetuating into the ethos for all of humanity and America that will hopefully become an international movement in the future. Okay, peace, love, and brotherhood. Thank you. Bye.